We're here at the Marietta Community House, and here we're going to make a wreath. This is a very, very plain wreath that you would buy inexpensively at a dollar store or a craft shop. And they come round like this, but just to step it up a notch, I think we're going to do it oval. And to do that, all you do is catch top and bottom and pull, and you have an oval wreath. And what we're going to do, we're going to take clusters of evergreens, fir and boxwood, and we're actually going to place those on this wreath, and then we just take the existing little branches that are on the artificial wreath, twist it around the stems, and twist it around the stems and flatten it out, and that holds the fresh greens in with the artificial, okay? And then we just continue that all the way around the wreath. You want to space it probably 2 or 3 inches apart, just so that you're overlapping your previous branches where you have the stems sticking out. You want to overlap that so that they're not showing. And this is a very effective way to make a wreath, an artificial wreath that looks like a fresh wreath, because it actually is. And it doesn't take nearly as much time as making a fresh wreath from scratch. We can add whatever we would like to it to accent it. And I think today I'm going to add some dried hydrangea that out of our garden that I've sprayed with a 24 karat gold spray paint. Once that's dried, you get a product that will hold up very well in the weather and looks very nice as an accent. Okay, so as you can see, just at a glance, this looks like a fresh oval wreath, but it's actually an artificial base with the fresh greens worked in. So I think we'll make a red bow for this. We're going to use some of our vintage 1970s ribbon that we've been saving all these years just for this occasion. Now this bow, I'm going to leave a tail on the end. I'm going to crunch it together, make a half turn, do a loop, do another half turn, and another loop. And then I'm going to do a different bow than you saw John make earlier. I'm going to make a bow with varying size loops. So I'm going to go on top of the one that I just made with one that's a little shorter. Then we come back on the other side with the half turn. And we make one on the other side. And then we go to the center and we just make a little short center on it. And then we're going to have the 2 tails. Again with our pipe cleaner or chenille stem through the middle. Pull it tight and twist it very tightly to hold it together. And this is, again, just a very simple little bow. Your ribbons, when you're doing a wreath, should be an accent, not a focal point. So then we're going to put this on the bottom on this one. And then the nice thing about wired ribbon is you can play with it and you can position your loops wherever you would like for them to be. That's the nice thing about wired ribbon. So there you can see just a nice little accent at the bottom. And then we're going to take the hydrangea. Just break it down into small pieces, and then we're going to work this into our stems. Placing it under the stems will hold it in place. You could also hot glue this in place if you would like. But generally speaking, the stems will hold it in place for you from your fresh greens. Okay, we'll get a few more here. So there we have a fresh artificial wreath, red bow, a little gold hydrangea, and that would be beautiful on any door. Very simple and very quick to make. And what are you working on, John?
Well, I'm doing the same thing that Ron just did. And what I've done is taken an inexpensive garland and used the garland as twist ties and put pieces of greenery on. So we take a bunch of greenery, we find an area that it needs to be on, we find two of the wires coming from the garland, and we just simply twist them on there, and they help hide the garland. We can do the same thing with the hydrangea. Again, find a spot in the garland where there's an empty space, make the stems of the garland go through the hydrangea and hold it all in place. So by simply bending the garland to hold the evergreens, it's a base. Thank you all very much for watching our videos, and very good luck to you on all your creations.
Thank you.
Thank you. There's our train in Marietta, on time.
Music to our ears.
Lights and greens and ruddy lights, for joy